if this happens too many more times, I'm just going to have to wait longer. So anyway, so he can be kind of a cocky young man, but his heart's in the right place. He thinks he knows, and he doesn't realize that he doesn't know because he doesn't have the experiences to back it up. He doesn't fully understand like he thinks he does. He's got the facts, but he does not understand from experience. So he might come in, he might slightly annoy you. This doesn't say how you'll respond to it, just only that energy is coming into this situation. What crowns you? So the best possible outcome for you in regards to this situation is a wish being granted. This is literally the wish card. So some dream, and again, it's summer, so it's not like to get a thing or to like win a race or something. It's just purely a wish that has to do with you being completely emotionally content. Not saying that that's going to happen, but that is the very best possible outcome. We have the right to make different choices all the time, and that of course changes our course. So whatever I read for you today is just based on your current energy. You can change your decisions anytime, and that would change your outcome. This is just talking about based on where you are now. And if we always make conscious decisions, then we can kind of notice where we're going to end up to a certain degree. You in this situation are celebrating something. Now, I know it shows a couple, doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. In fact, it's spring, so it's fire actually. But it's a celebration of something that you started working on. It's a 4, so it's pretty early, but you've achieved some success. Things are going well. You're starting to see good feedback and positive outcomes. Maybe, so being fire, it could be a creative project. It could be athletic because it's very active and moving, it's passionate, something like that. If it is a relationship, it would have to do with like the passionate part of the relationship, not like just the lovey-dovey caring, but the physical stuff. So, but yeah, this just tells me that something that you've really been pouring your heart into, that really sets you on fire, that you're passionate about, is really starting to show that it's getting somewhere, and you feel good about it, and you're excited, and you want to celebrate because something good has happened. You're not there yet; you haven't reached your goal, but a celebration, and nonetheless. Okay, sorry, I'm talking so fast. In your environment, and we have victory. So this isn't you specifically. However, somebody in your environment that impacts your situation has, again, they're at a 6, so they're not to their goal yet either, but they have reached a victory on the way to the major victory. And so they're celebrating, and for whatever reason, that affects you as well. You would hopefully know what that means. I wish I could spend more time talking, but hopes or fears. You are fearing that you will regret making a decision. You are fearing that you're going to make a wrong move and you're going to do something to fuck it all up, and that you're just like going to blow your chance or end up in a different thing than what you wanted to or than what you planned to. So you are worried that you're going to end up, like I said, regretting something. Again, worrying gets us nowhere, so there's no point in doing it. It's just putting your energy towards something you don't want, because whatever we focus on grows. Whatever we put our attention and our energy on is going to be intensified, and we're more likely to create that. So I would advise you don't worry about regret, because you're just more likely to create that. Oh shit, it's gonna die. Okay, nope, it's not. It was my battery. Okay. Final card. This is your possible outcome if you continue on your current path. So this is waiting. This is not, actually it's a good thing. It's just saying that, you will have gotten to a point where you've done everything you can do. You've put in all the work. There's nothing left that you could have done differently or better. You watered the plant, you weeded, you made sure it was in the sun, all the good stuff. So this is his pumpkin. It's not ready to pick yet, but also there's nothing else he needs to do. So it's just about waiting until it's ready. So this tells you, that you're going to reach a point where you're finished with your portion, but things have to ripen on their own time. You have to let things come when they're meant to. Even though you've completed your role, doesn't necessarily mean it's time to reap the harvest, because there might be other things that need to happen or other factors that have to develop and ripen before the whole project is going to be ready. So this can be kind of like a sitting around. Okay, well, what do I do now? Like he's just like, well, okay, just sitting around, because you did a good job. You worked hard. You gave it your all. You gave it everything you possibly could have. You did not leave anything out or neglect anything at all. So just because it's not happening for you yet doesn't mean you failed or you fucked up or that there's something else you should be doing. And we tell ourselves that too. Well, it didn't happen yet. What else should I be doing? Well, sometimes nothing. Sometimes it's just being patient. I will also say, though, that this can stop at waiting. This could be like you just kind of like, okay, well, where's my reward? Where's the outcome? Where's the accomplishment that I've worked so hard for? There's no guarantee that it will come, only that you'll get to a point where you've done everything you can. And maybe, still it never comes, but hopefully that's not the case. I'm going to draw another card since I seem to have time. I'm getting cocky because my phone's been alive this long. I probably shouldn't do this, but so a clarifier on that. We have a Queen of Summer. So if you do get impatient and if you do get frustrated and start to think, oh man, it's not going to work out, because once we get on pause, then it gives us time to think, right? And that's time to start ruminating and worrying, like, oh, did I really do everything right? Could I have done it better? Is it not going to work out? I haven't heard yet. But there will be a woman who keeps you positive and who sees the best in it, and she's going to really help you remember to stay focused on the good, and also about all the other things that you have to be grateful for and all the other things that have gone great. And so this one thing that's waiting that might frustrate you, but she's going to balance that with all of the joy and beauty. And this again is summer, so it has to do with that. Somebody who just really loves you. This isn't necessarily romantic. I feel like it probably is, but they just want your best interest. They just want to see you happy. That's all. They don't want anything from you. They don't have ulterior motives. They don't want to manipulate you. They just take joy in seeing their loved ones joyful. And so she's going to try to bring her bright rays of sunshine into your life and make sure that you feel loved and supported, and that she's there to help keep you happy while you're dealing with this waiting process. So she, for one, will balance that out, and for two, will remind you that not to let it get to you and not to get it stuck in your head. I'm going to draw an advice card for you as well. Okay, so advice for this: make up your mind. So also, this is a stuck. We've got sevens here. Sevens are kind of stagnant energy. It's not moving. This one is not moving because of you. This one has nothing to do with you. But this, well, I guess, this isn't really necessarily saying make a decision because you did everything you could do. Right. Advice is, while you're waiting, consider other options. Not saying this won't work out, but this is your opportune time. Since you've got nothing else that you need to do with this project, you've finished up your part in it. Why not stop and look at all the possibilities? Look at all the different paths there are that you could take. Not saying make a backup plan because you're going to need one, not out of fear, but just like, hey, you know what? Why don't I daydream while I'm waiting for this to ripen? Let's just say for kicks that I think about all the different things that I could do, all the different paths I could take right now. And what would be the benefit of each one, and what would this look like, and how would I get here? And so that way, you are prepared with several other backup plans in case, at the ready, in case getting caught off guard that this isn't going to happen, the pumpkin rots or a raccoon eats it or something, you're back at square one with no plan. But not even that. Maybe while you're contemplating all of that, and maybe while you take the time to consider all of your options, because maybe you haven't done that yet because you've been too busy, maybe when you do, you can afford to take that time and think about it, you might realize that maybe there's something else that looks better. Maybe there's something else that you'd rather do, or maybe not instead of, but in addition to. Hey, yeah, you know what else you can add to this plan? Okay, and then after that's done, I'm going to do this or that. You know what I mean? Like so many possibilities. So the advice is, to consider all of your possibilities and to allow yourself to think about reaching your goal with different paths. So hopefully that made sense. And I'm really sorry. I know that being rushed probably didn't give me the chance to explain as much as I would like to. But if you need anything clarified, let me know. And anytime you want a reading, let me know. It takes me a while to get to them because I can only do one a day with my phone heating up the way it does. But I'll definitely get to it when I can. So hopefully I'll see you at Peace Fest. Bye.